It's still happy hour with John Gaskins. This round's on me.
Here we are, Jackrabbit Media Day, and the quarterback Chase Mason joining us, getting set for a senior season. And by now we've done the preseason and spring interviews about big expectations and for the team and for yourself. And we were just before we got started here, you know, you're mentioning we're in the middle of the grind right now. Like, what goes through your mind or your body at this time of the year when you've been at it in practice, still got 2 weeks from a game?
Yeah, I mean, it's just constantly every day you got to find something to improve on, watching film, things like that. So take it day by day. In fall camp, we're right in the middle of it, and it definitely feels like we're in the middle of it. So
yeah.
No, but it's been a blast. So we're getting in more situational football, which has been super fun as well.
We had a chance to watch your practice this morning, and there were some goal line situations toward the end of it. I was actually indoors, but watching from the windows up there and could hear everything. It was, you guys were acting like it was the middle of the season. It was a goal line situation against, USD or UND. Is that what it's like a lot, or is that just a certain situation today? Because it was very spirited.
Yeah, I mean, we did a overtime situation is what we split up.
Yeah.
We did like the blue team, yellow team, so different coaches got to call plays. So like Mike Bankston, the O-line coach, was the OC for my team, and then the wide receivers coach was OC for the other team. And it just gives like a great game atmosphere, kind of like you were saying. But I've been pushing like, you got to attack every single day like it's game day and everything like that. And that kind of made it feel a little bit more like game day. And it was super fun to kind of see guys go out there and thrive in the situation. And the competition is what breeds excellence around here. So it's super fun just having competition like that in a real game scenario. So,
from your own eyes, when you notice the demeanor, the performance, just everything about these camps compared to a year ago, from the players, from the coaches, learning curves, everything. Explain how different things look at this point before the season.
Yeah, I'll just start with like from the whole staff. I mean, everybody has a better understanding of what camp is supposed to be like from a year ago, and kind of throwing things together still at that point. And then you had new transfers since we had different transfer portals that year before. So you're still kind of trying to get culture built throughout the team during fall camp, where now we have a firm culture in the team and we know who we are as our identity, and then the players have a better understanding of like what we're doing at practice, so you aren't thinking about that as much. You can focus on football the whole time. So, and then we have the best schedule we've ever had during fall camp too. We're getting out earlier. We're not wasting any time at the facility at all. We're still getting in the same amount of football. We have a better schedule. Guys are getting home earlier. We're sleeping more, and I think it really shows throughout the week. Like, the more fall camp goes on, the guys are staying more healthy in general. So it's been a great fall camp so far.
Dan said a month ago that you seem more like a coach out there. I mean, like that you aren't yourself haven't just grasped the offense. You're teaching it now, and so it sounds like that's a big difference from you last year, because you had a new offensive coordinator, and it was Eric Eisen's offense you had to learn. But how much have you taken upon yourself to do that? What are some examples of you doing that, of you being kind of a coach on the field during these camps?
I think it's just pulling younger guys aside, not only QBs, wide receivers, guys like that, and also the other guys. It's just like, once you get out there, there's so much communication that can happen to make certain plays better, and signaling and changing protections, things like that. So the more the whole unit can be on the same page, the better we are. And being able to just communicate with other guys once we're done with a roll of plays, coaching while practice is happening, not after, and in the film room, fixing it out here and doing things like that, which has been a big improvement for us, and out in the field, coaching and learning from each other during reps and taking mental reps while the other groups are going. So it's been fun to see the team take a step in that side of things.
How would you describe your leadership style in conducive to your personality? Like, when do you get on guys? How vocal and angry do you get, or how much more of a teacher are you? Like, what to you is at this point in your career, the right approach to leadership?
Yeah, I mean, I love to have fun on the football field, but there's a time to have fun on the football field, and there's a time to lock in and play situational football and play the game. So I'm going to be lenient on younger guys and things like that, but I know when there's a time to get after someone for making a mistake or things like that. I know there's a time for that, and I don't always just go yell at someone. Every guy's different, you know. So there's a time to go and bring someone aside and kind of talk through a situation, because a lot of times you don't know what they're thinking. So it's just like, what do you see there? And once you understand what a guy is seeing, maybe you can coach him a little bit better too as well. So it's just kind of taking a wider lens to things, asking guys after practice what they thought about it, watching film with guys. But there is a time to kind of speak up, and there's been times where I had to do that, but I feel like my voice is present when that happens, and even though I don't yell a whole lot, when I do, guys understand that.
It means something when it happens. Can you think back to a time? Can you point out a time that you've done that this camp?
I would say during a team meeting, we were just there was a brawl out here, and we had to do some up downs. So then we get into the situation after, and some guys made some mental mistakes, and we get into team meeting that night, and coach is like, can anybody tell me what happened here? We jumped off sides and everything. And I was like, I can tell you what, like, we just did 10 up downs and we couldn't focus for 10 seconds during a play. And I was like, kind of said it in a louder voice, just because I was pretty frustrated with, or we can't do 10 up downs and not and not focus. But yeah, it was things like that where it's just like, you can't make the same mistake twice, and that's my biggest philosophy with younger guys. Don't make the same mistake twice. You can learn. Everybody's going to mess up. Yeah. I messed up a lot, but learn from your mistakes and don't make the same mistake twice. And you can learn from every single other guy out there taking a rep as well. So, that's what I would say is my biggest philosophy.
How much less would you say you're messing up this time this year than last year, and feeling game ready?
Oh, I mean, the whole team is on a whole different level than last time this year. Just like watching back film from last year too, I was like, I felt like we were in a pretty good spot last year, but now I look back to what we're doing now, and it's a completely different team and group of guys as well. So you can definitely tell it night and day.
So in these sort of preseason interviews that you've been doing now for years, I've been doing a lot for years. Unless you won the national championship, the proverbial cliche question is always about that last game, that last loss, and the taste in your mouth. And so we normally get the answer like, yeah, it did, and we're okay. But for you, do you think much back to that game, or is it more of a totality of last season, or do you not even look behind at this point?
I don't really even think about last year a whole lot. Obviously, nobody wants to lose, but at the end of the day, only one team gets to hold the trophy, and every week 50% of the teams lose. So that's college football, and that's what makes it so fun. So I think we can just learn a lot from last year of who we were as a group and how we can be better leaders on the team, and then the coaching staff as well. I think we learned a lot about each other on both sides of it. So that's probably the biggest thing you can look back on and learn as a team and as a whole.
What are you, and this is an open-ended question, either athletically or psychologically, whatever, what are you more capable of doing than you were last year? Like, what's expanded in your arsenal?
Yeah, I feel like I have a full understanding of the offense and making checks and routes to different pressures, situational football, and then just teaching that to the offensive guys. Once everybody else knows what the O-line is doing, once a wide receiver knows what the O-line is doing, once a O-line knows the pass concept or RPO, that just brings a whole different level of football and knowledge to the whole offensive side of the ball, and everybody kind of understand the schemes and why we're doing things, and it just makes things a lot easier to understand as a whole. And guys have really bought into that, and Coach E's really been pushing that on position coaches, and then that bleeds into the players as well. So it's been super fun to see.
In what ways or how different do you feel like the offense overall is going to be from last year?
I'm super excited with what I've seen this camp, and then summer too. That helps a lot with guys being up here all summer, and even though coaches aren't technically allowed to be around and things like that, I think we get a lot out of a summer. And it could be a time where teams can really take a jump, or it could be a time where teams just kind of stay meh. And we use this summer to really improve, and we took it super serious. So it's been super cool to see. And then like young guys taking a step this camp. Like we're going to need some young guys to step up this year, and it's been cool to see some of the young O-linemen, receivers, tight ends, guys like that needed to take a jump, and they did. So
you got like several of your teammates within distance of us. I don't think they can hear us talking here. They might hear this later, but I'll do the diligence of asking you like who's really any position group, the line, running backs, receivers, tight ends. You've been seeing is just you continue to go, wow, that's making some big wow plays and moments so far in this camp.
Yeah, there's guys from every position group. There's a couple freshman receivers that have been standing out. The running backs have taken a huge jump this camp. Some freshman tight ends. Ben Brooks has been playing super well. He was a lot of guys on scout team last year. Landon Delaney played on scout team. Like there's a lot of guys there's guys that played on scout team last year that made a huge jump and are going to make an impact on this team. So I can't pick one guy just because there's so many at each position. There's a bunch of freshmen or younger O-linemen that have been playing with the ones that haven't had an opportunity, and now they did, and they made the most of it, and it shows. So
I mean, Delaney's a fast kid. We saw big plays out of Jack Smith last year, and a couple near the end of the season from Graham Goring. And so you got guys, running backs as well, that can make big plays or big yards. The explosive plays that seemed to be missing early last season, and Ogroski's back. And when we take it back to you, who's so capable yourself of just taking off and running and making some wild plays, how difficult or easy of a balance is it for you to know you are capable of doing some pretty superhuman things, but you don't have to? Like, is that kind of the kind of stuff that you sometimes have to think about? Yeah,
there's a time and place to tuck the ball and run or scramble and things like that, but you don't like try and force that. It kind of comes with the game, and but like all the talent around me, like it's super easy to kind of go out there and play free as well, and there's a trust built between the wide receivers, O-line, and running back. Everybody out on the field has to trust each other, because if one of us messes up your job, it's going to ruin the rest of the other 10 guys' opportunity on that play. Like, and that's what we've been talking about at camp. Everybody has to be locked in on every single play, and the emphasis has kind of been like raising the floor. I mean, we know we have a great group of seniors that have played a lot of football and everything, but getting these younger guys up to the standard of what we expect every single day. And injuries are going to happen during the season, so that's really, like you saw, like I got hurt last year, and it was tough because we didn't feel like we really prepared the other quarterbacks as well. And that's a whole that's a whole team like thing. Like, that's not one guy's fault at all. It's not any of those guys' fault, but it's been super cool to see the whole floor raised and not fall off at all. So yeah.
I think you're off the hook. Did you feel like a zoo animal right here with all these guys?
A little bit.
I do. I know I do. But I appreciate it, and good luck. It's going to be fun watching you play this year.
Thank you.
Chase Mason here on Jackrabbit Day on Happy Hour.